And we are live. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever it is you are in the world. Welcome to another edition of the Living World of Darkness, New York Street Magic for the Mage venue. And, incidentally, also for the Werewolf venue. Yay. Our scene starts with Maggie Keller coming up into the early part of the afternoon at a mural wall on the campus of Columbia University, where she goes to school. A project was set up by some of the professors that work in the arts department, and Maggie is currently sitting in front of a mural on top of a small scaffolding doing artwork. And she had sent out a text to someone she hasn't seen in quite a while, decided to check up on him, and simply said, Noah, why don't you come out to the university campus at this location? I'd like to check in on you, see how you're doing. It's been a little while. We should hang out. And then she sent it off. And that was about 30 minutes ago.
Um, Maggie will get a return text saying, "Is there food?"
Text back, there can be.
Cool. Turn around.
She'll look over her shoulder. I know you didn't do that with stuff, did
What
you?
stuff?
Our stuff.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Bullshit.
I
You're so
have
full of
no
shit.
idea what you're talking
You're
about.
so full of shit. And she
Stop,
turns
Maggie.
and she starts to finish up her painting. She's like, not much, just, another day, another dollar, so to speak. And,
Another bill to pay.
pardon?
Another bill to pay.
Something like that. Although, I think after some of the work I've been doing with Tommy, there should be quite a few bills paid off for quite a while. We just made a pretty kick-ass motorcycle.
Oh, cool.
So, and she'll look up at him as she places the paintbrushes down and sort of wipes off her hands. Done anything new or exciting?
I may or may not have found a weak spot in several dimensions.
Cool, I guess, if you're into that sort of thing. She'll stand up and
I don't
then
know. Halloween.
climb down the ladder on the scaffolding.
Noah's phone rings.
Bzz, hold on. Hayashi.
How did I get home?
Who's this?
Sinna.
Oh, so. No
How did
hangover?
I... Oh, God. I opened my eyes this morning, and I did not know where I was, and I realized I was lying in my bathtub.
Okay. Okay.
Uh, then I closed them again after I tried to lay down in my bed.
Interesting.
I almost made it. How did I get home last night?
You took the subway.
There was something at the station. Were you at the station?
Yeah, it was.
Damn. Anyway, there was some weird shit going on. Can I talk to you?
Weird shit.
I don't know. Something just fell off.
Something just felt off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Never mind. It's fine.
No, I mean, like, if you.
No, I don't want to interrupt you with whatever the fuck you're doing. I'll talk to you later, okay?
Okay. Um. Are you up for coffee?
I'm up. That's about it. Coffee? Sure.
Uh, when can you meet us in Manhattan?
I have to take the subway.
Okay, don't fall asleep this time.
Fuck you. Click.
Weird. So, how much experience do you have with subways, Maggie? Maggie.
Oh, sorry about that. I muted myself. She's putting the finishing touches on the mural, and she looks up. And she just kind of gives him a look like, "Did you really ask that?" And she'll finally, after giving him that look, that incredulous look,
I don't know, like fucking weird shit is going on. These subway stations, like temperature drops, and then fucking creepy voices, and then you're tired.
I tend to not worry about it. It's the New York subway system. It's weird. It's been weird even before I opened my eyes.
I kind of want to find out.
Alright, you want to take the subway to wherever we're meeting up with whoever the hell that was that just called?
Uh, sure.
Alright. And she'll put the painting or the painting supplies back in the little lockbox and lock it up, and then she'll grab her skateboard. We doing this, or are you just gonna stand up on that scaffolding all day?
Oh, there. No. He'll grab. He'll go grab his own skateboard.
And off they go to the subway. You get their subway tokens. Go on
To the subway Fields train.
on the subway fields train, sitting there, and I'll roll a fate dice to see if anything weird happens. Oh yeah. So while they're sitting there, a group of like young adults start getting into it, and a fight breaks out, and Maggie's just sitting there with her vape rig, and she's just kind of smirking as she's watching it all of this, and she just slowly hands over the vaporizer to Noah as she's just watching, not breaking her eye contact with these people, just like literally having an all-out brawl on the subway.
Noah will take the vaporizer.
It's got a melon berry thing going on right now.
Hmm. Not bad. What, you want to get in on that?
Are you fucking kidding me? No. I'm just saying, it's funny to watch.
People fighting? Yeah.
Watching the sleepers fight is funny. Because they really think that the stuff they're arguing about matters.
I don't know. I'd rather just avoid everything.
This is why you need to get more, Noah. You know what you should do? You should
Hmm.
move into our spare room with me and Tommy.
Yeah, maybe.
It's not a maybe. That's like it's something you should do.
You are not the person who's going to decide that for me.
She takes a long, long drag off of her vaporizer as their stop chimes out, and she picks up her skateboard and just looks at him. Hey, I'm just saying, I'm older, wiser, been doing this longer than you have.
Uh-huh. Right. I know. Uh,
Come on, bitch, let's go. Says.
oh, fuck you.
She walks off into the crowd and goes up back to the street level. If Noah catches up to her, she's got like a thing of cotton candy in hand, and she's currently munching on it. So, where exactly are we meeting this friend of yours?
It doesn't work. God damn it. Right. Ah. It's like, oh, never mind. I don't know, it's just at Manhattan. Hold on, let me send her a text. Yo, Senna, where? Send.
What you get back is actually not a text, but just a picture of a coffee shop.
Maggie looks at the picture. That literally is not helpful at all. Grabs the phone from Noah.
Hey!
Texts. Need more info. This picture, while pretty, in parentheses, totally useless to find you. Send.
Grabs phone back.
And again, you get the same picture, but this time there is like in red circled the streets.
Takes the phone from Noah again.
Nope.
She's fine, and she's like literally grabbing his hands with one hand and texting.
Nope.
I'll roll Dex and Brawl or Strength and Brawl for this one.
Oh, hold on.
Because I mean, I guess maybe athletics, but strength, whatever.
Hold on. I'm gonna grab M20 for real quick.
You really want to make a thing of this? Trust me, you don't have to roll all that well. I'm rolling 2 dice.
But you're
And
rolling
I
two dice?
botched. So like I'm literally like, she's like literally like hanging off of his arms because he's apparently that strong.
He's really not. But I'm gonna
Let me send it!
do a thing
Let
though.
me
I'm gonna do a thing though because you did reach out. Noah is going to do the counter for a martial arts maneuver. So I'm gonna use dexterity martial arts. 1 success.
I botched, so you look
So,
her. Explain what exactly Noah does.
So like Maggie reaches out and Noah grabs her by her wrist and like turns around and twirls and like starts making a move as if he wants to throw over her shoulder. It's like, oh wait, no. And then puts it back.
So Maggie's like she kind of stumbles and like falls against him and lands awkwardly where her face is directly lined up with his crotch.
No.
And she just looks up and she kind of smiles. Oh my god, if Tommy were here, she'd literally be dying.
All the innuendos.
She'll stand up.
Alright, where's this fucking street?
Alright, she'll look. Oh shit. And she just says, alright, back on the subway.
Where is it? Don't tell me it's like fucking
We
down
kind of
south.
went to the other side of the city that she's at, so
Be
back on the
there
subway.
in 20.
Back on the subway. And they zoom down. Takes about another 20 minutes for them to get to their destination. They come out, and she's like, "Okay, it's right there."
That should work.
And off they go.
Do-do-do-do-do-do.
And then they open up the door of the coffee shop, and Maggie sees Cinna. She just, oh, and she'll lean over. Remember that time I mentioned to you about the orgasm girl? That's her.
That's also who we're meeting.
Well, damn.
Noah's gonna walk over. First he's gonna order some coffee, and then he's gonna walk over.
So sitting on a table, laptop open, music, like headset on. She's editing some photos and pictures, and
Maggie tries to
actually,
gracefully, like, tackle hug her and just falls directly into her, and not even in, like, a. She just literally stumbles over herself and just, like, poof! Falls on top of Cinnamon.
Sarah sees you guys approaching, and she quickly closes the laptop. She sees Noah approaching, so she quickly, hopefully before you guys can see what's on the laptop, she closes it.
Noah is not able to see that. He is getting coffee.
Good.
So you get arms full of Maggie as she trips trying to, like, run up to you.
Oh.
Senna! Oh!
And the crowd goes wild.
Sita looks around, sees Maggie, eyes kind of grow wide, like, oh, God, no.
And she'll recover and just start hugging Cinna, rubbing her cheek against Cinna's. Oh my god, it's so good to see you!
Aha. Yes. Nice to see you, too.
Wow. She, like, sits up, frowns. Ain't you being rude? Like, totally, like, so happy to see you, and then you just literally, like, just shut down my lady boner. That's rude.
I'm not rude.
You were so fun the last time I saw you. Now you're all just like, meh.
Noah, could you please explain that I feel like puking out my brains over her pants?
Hangovers are a bitch.
Thank you.
Maggie just kind of smirks, and she just looks at Cinna. She's like, "Can I have your wrist?"
My wrist.
Yeah, just your wrist. Just roll your sleeve up.
What are you gonna do? Bite me?
I'm not a fucking vampire.
No, of course not. They don't exist.
Right. No, but seriously, let me see your wrist.
Sure.
And she just takes off her like her winter glove and puts it on Cinnamon's wrist with her palm just kind of sitting over it. She doesn't. She just very gently places her hand on there, and immediately Cinna will feel sort of the warmth that Maggie exudes. Like, Maggie burns really hot. Like, she usually has a temperature of 102, and that's normal for her. But what she'll feel is sort of that warmth and soothing feeling just passing directly over.
Do you have that merit?
I do have that merit.
God damn it, Vinny.
So, literally, just by being in contact with Maggie, her like headache actually subsumes considerably.
Oh, okay. Hi. That's weird.
She just sits with the other hand resting underneath her chin and looking up at Cinnamon with this just very pleased expression.
Didn't expect to see you here. Are you two together or?
She looks over at Noah. He's cute,
Not like
and
that.
oh,
Jeez. Like, did you
then
guys arrive together or what?
yeah, we're friends.
Oh. Oh.
What?
Okay. No, nothing.
No, what?
No, nothing. I just didn't know you guys knew each other. Know each other.
It's a small world.
Apparently so.
It's a
No, she
small
looks over at
world.
Noah. No, did you get me
Noah's,
coffee?
Noah's gonna. Fuck. Why do you? Do you want coffee as well?
I would love coffee.
Sandy, you need coffee?
Well, she kind of gives a sideways glance to the paper cup to go that's already standing there. She's like, yes, I would like some coffee.
All right.
Maggie just, as Noah steps off. So, how's everybody in the park?
Mm, yeah, we're everybody's okay as far as I know. No one died like yesterday or the day before, I believe.
Is it really that hectic with all those? She'll kind of
Mm,
make like a claw fashion with her other hand.
from time to time, yeah.
Hmm. How's Gerard?
He's good.
I'm gonna P&E
So
that.
good. He's good.
Does Cinnamon take the knot too?
God.
3 successes.
Not.
um. Oh, he's good.
She just nods. I kind of thought that you guys were getting that way, but wow, I'm happy for you. He's a good guy. Like he legitimately cares about you, and I could see that even before if you guys were like not completely on the same page. He really, really, really likes you.
Er?
But I guess you
What?
know that, don't you?
Where did you guys meet?
Um, you came over to my place after getting really hammered with Sam, and we took care of you, getting you all cleaned up and, nursing you back out of oblivion. And then we texted him to let him, basically say, hey, she's here, she's okay. And then he was like, I'll come get her. And so he came over and we sat and we talked for a little while.
Awkward.
What? He was very pleasant, very
No.
polite.
Well, of course he is.
And he did me a really big favor not too long ago. So I like your boyfriend. He's nice. He's more than welcome to come over anytime, and I will cook for you guys.
I'll pass the invitation. I'm sure he'll be very pleased. Uh, no, the awkward is that apparently I need to walk around with, I don't know, like one of those police cameras around my chest, you know?
It seems like you do have a tendency to hit it pretty hard at night, but that's not necessarily a bad thing.
Coffee.
Hi, Noah.
What?
Noah, how did I get home last night?
You took
Please
the
tell me
subway.
you didn't. Okay, good. You didn't text my boyfriend, right?
I don't even know your boyfriend.
Good. See what I mean? That she looks at Maggie. It's like,
You took the subway, and you said you needed to walk 20 more minutes before you get home?
okay. I guess I did that.
You guess you did that. How do you guess you did that? Wow.
Because I woke up in my own bathtub.
You have a bathtub?
Well, duh, don't you?
No. A
Ew.
shower.
Yeah,
Uh,
most people have showers in the city. So now you live pretty well.
it's not my place.
Okay, Gerard
Mm.
lives really well, but by extension, you live really well. So, you know.
Well, I guess he does. For a city home, that is.
And she'll reach across. She's still got her hand on Cinnamon's wrist because she actually has to hold that there for that effect to to be permanent. So she grabs literally the sugar canister and just pours and pours and pours and pours and pours
I
and
think
then
we're gonna
sets it
need more
down.
sugar.
And she stirs it up.
Ew.
What?
Why don't you just eat the sugar without the liquid?
I was gonna say, if you really don't like coffee, you could just give it to me.
No. It's a sugar thing. Like when I get going, I need a lot of fuel, and and she points at her hand on Cinna's wrist. I think it has to do with this. It
Okay.
and she'll literally take Cinna's other hand and put it on her own forehead. It's like, you feel how hot that is?
Jesus, you sick or something?
No, I'm not. That's just normal for me.
What you doing?
She'll stick her head across the table for Noah.
What are you doing?
Second Noah touches her head, if she does he?
Yeah.
You can feel that vibrant energy of a dynamic resonance. It's more obvious for you.
Noah's gonna sigh and it's like look at Cinna and look at back at Maggie and he has this face. He has his face on like, is that okay?
It's normal for me. It's been that way ever since I woke
No,
up.
no. He's gonna. It's like no. I mean, is that okay?
What do you mean? Like her? She points to. Oh, she's kind of in the know.
Wait, she is. You are?
I am? Sure I am.
She's one of the people that lives in the park, so to speak.
What?
What do you mean?
She'll take out her own phone and she'll do a quick search for a werewolf and then bring up some pictures and then she'll point the picture at Noah.
Rawr.
Yeah. Some related to them or something like that. I'm not really sure, but yeah, she knows. She's seen me do stuff. She's good people, even without being all that. So.
Okay.
You guys do realize that I'm sitting right here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Totally.
Mm-hmm.
And she'll take a drink of her
Sugar
coffee, her sugar coffee, and just go, "Oh, that's nice."
Well,
But yeah, it takes a lot of fuel, and that's why I eat like a freaking horse and never put on any weight, really, and I never seem to can eat enough.
oh well, it's
Lucky you. I need to exercise for that shit.
She kind of shrugs. Hey, it's helpful.
I see that. Oh, really, Maggie? I see that it's helpful.
So then we'll grab the paper cup that she still, like the takeaway cup that she still had. Kind of. That was almost cold. Thanks for the coffee. She grabs the new one that Noah just brought.
Ah, don't worry. I already got the money back.
So,
Pickpocketing Merlin.
pickpocket. Looks over at Noah. Pats her coat pocket, and then just pulls out her hand. Give it back.
There you go.
Takes her wallet back. Opens it up with one hand. Looks.
Everything's still in there.
All right. You know, people on
That's
the
for
internet.
taking my phone.
I didn't really take it. I just snatched it and then gave it right back.
Uh-huh.
If I hadn't checked, I would have never known. And then when I got home,
Then
you
you would have,
know,
then
or
your
went to the
wallet would have been
ATM,
back in your pocket without you ever noticing that it was gone.
you're a kleptomaniac, aren't you?
Oh, me? No, not at all.
Perception empathy.
I'm thinking the way he just said it was very sarcastic.
Yeah, exactly. Never mind.
No, if you want to roll perception empathy, go right ahead.
All right.
I just did. It was 2 successes.
Okay. With 2 successes, the way he's saying it, you can pick up that he has a derangement, but it's not kleptomania.
4.
Oi, hey.
Okay, Maggie, you remember him doing something very weird when he entered the coffee shop.
Mm-hmm.
He crouched down and he touched the doormat just before entering the building.
Okay.
And from memory, you've seen him do that to every building he has, to your knowledge, not yet entered yet.
She'll cant her head to one side. I thought you were still new to all this stuff. How are you doing that?
What?
And she'll point to the doormat and then.
Oh, no, I have OCD.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, sure. Hey, now that we kind of like got everything worked out and you're like, huh? And I'm gonna ask this again because I still have the feeling that I'm missing something there.
Okay.
Subway station.
Subway station. Do you want me to
Anything?
explain in here, or?
I'm just asking if I'm right or wrong.
Okay, something happened in the subway station.
Thank you, because that's like the last memory I have was so fucking weird, and then
Yeah, it was really weird for me as well. I didn't expect that to happen.
Maggie, she sort of, she finally takes her hand off of Cinnamon's wrist, in which case the slight hint of her hangover sneaks back just a little bit, but not as bad as it was before. And she just kind of starts rubbing her palms on the surface of the table in sort of like a circular motion, and then she brings them together and clasps or interlaces her own fingers. And she will sort of make a bubble of sort of like distracting sound around them outside of their earshot, so that way anyone listening like just hears like, you know, just random background noise.
Force is magic.
Force is magic. And then you can roll perception and awareness if you want to, Cinna.
do I have awareness? No, that's an interesting question.
Or primal urge. I think kinfolk do get awareness.
Kinfolk do not get primal urge, they can get awareness.
Well, she doesn't have either of them. I have a
You can roll
cold.
perception.
Well, let's see, maybe. I don't think with one success in perception I'm gonna really realize what happened.
You might feel just like this, like you almost feel like Maggie's hand might have been back on you again, but it's very generalized. Noah, you can definitely tell that she just did something magical. Like you can
Mhm.
feel like that she expanded out that resonant or that dynamic resonance outward.
No, it's not really going to question or bother with it. He's just like, and he's just going to stay silent and listen for a second. And oh, okay.
So you guys, what? You encountered something strange on the subway system?
Um, I thought you guys wanted to discuss this, like, outside without a
Oh,
No, we're
don't
crowd.
good.
worry.
We're
They
good.
they can't they can't hear us now.
Damn it! Fine. I guess. I don't know. I
There
was
was some sort of
fucking drunk.
there was a sort of outside presence. The air in the subway station suddenly, all of a sudden, turned very chilly and cold, like ridiculously cold, and I felt that something was attempting to make me sleepy, but because I have well,
Levels of protection?
hmm
Okay.
it didn't get through. But she did not have those, so she got the full brunt.
Ooh.
Something tried to make you sleepy, or made you fall asleep.
Huh. I
So
see.
I have a little advantage when it comes to dreams, especially my own dreams. Um, so when I tried using that, that exploded outward, and that was the dragon.
Yeah, that was the thing that I did remember I wanted to ask you about. Because that's like. I was thinking maybe I saw something, or maybe there was like a Chinese festival or something that I didn't know about. That's why I wanted to ask you, like, was there something on the subway station?
No, that's all
That's,
just in here.
yeah, I get that. Damn.
I'm guessing you've been hanging with Harold, haven't you?
Harold's teaching me magic.
Okay, so you joined up with the ranks of him?
No, not yet. I might do
Still?
it. I might not do it. I'm
No, being
still
unaligned like me, it's fun and freeing and lonely.
like what isn't what's the chick name? What's my boss called again? Jade? Isn't she like the same as you?
She is, but we don't have that kind of coalition that, the organizations do.
Fair enough.
She'll
What
shrug.
organizations?
Magic people.
Secrets.
Magic people
Secrets.
stuff.
Secrets.
You have your park people stuff, we have our magic people stuff.
Okay, fair enough. I know that's. I know some of the things that Leah does, but.
I don't think Leah's like us completely. Like, she does some really
No,
cool
she's not.
stuff.
She told me, I believe, that she is different than you guys, but I don't know exactly how or what, but yeah,
She might be more limited in what she can do, but she doesn't have as many built-in restrictions as we do, as far as I know.
I guess. Sounds kind of weird, but sure.
Well, to be fair, people that can turn into other stuff is kind of weird, so let's keep that a subjective term.
Hey, I'm not trying. Well, oh God, actually,
By the
sorry.
way,
I need,
do
need to
you
make a
know
noise.
do you know somebody by the name of Logan?
I met him, but it's been a while since we last talked.
Oh, cool. Well, if you ever
Right.
want to come see him, he actually lives with Tommy and I.
Oh, okay. Well, tell him I said hi. I'm kind of, well, it's not that I miss him, but it's been a while, and I wonder how he's doing.
Oh, he's doing just fine. She
Uh,
smirks. And you can P&E that if you want.
oh, yeah. Damn it,
Damn, got
one.
a lot of dice for that.
I'm sorry, I'm a silver fang.
Um, I would say
Oh,
with
wait,
one
sorry,
success.
scratch that. There's one thing, one die disappearing.
Oh.
Because you are
With
right. was already thinking.
With one success, you could probably tell that she has an understanding of his well-being that goes beyond just living with somebody. Like,
Hmm.
maybe there's something there, or maybe there's not. Maybe she's talking an innuendo. Maybe she's deliberately trying to make an
Hmm.
obscene joke.
Well, Selena kind of shakes her head. Well, whatever. As long as he's fine, I have fond memories of our first meetings.
He's a good dude.
Yeah, he is. He really helped me out when I just came to New York, and I just learned a lot of stuff. And yeah.
Cool.
Just
By the
tell him
way,
I said hi.
question. Like, I've gotten pretty used to what Logan looks like. And she'll hold her hand up high to
Mm,
to indicate tall. What does Gerard look like? Like that?
um, well, probably about the same.
I really don't think so. And she'll make kind of like, bat ears with her hands.
No, okay, not like that, but he gets as big, I guess. Maybe even taller. I don't know. I've never seen Logan, so I can't really compare.
Yes, you
What color?
have.
Not in his not in Krynos.
Yes, you have. Oh, I see, you
No,
have.
no, not in
Yeah.
Krynos.
Yep. First scene.
I didn't thought he was Krynos. I thought he was Lupus.
You need to go through Krynos to switch to Lupus.
Well, there were a lot of people going to Krynos there, so.
Fair enough.
I mean, what, like, does he have white fur, brown fur?
Look, like you can't tell a lot. I don't know. I don't know how much I can tell you or not, so I prefer to like not tell you anything. I'm sorry.
Fine, the next time I see him, I'll ask him.
Yeah. I don't want to come home and have him frown at me because I opened my mouth too widely.
To be fair, I don't want to have to suddenly be a liability that needs to be taken out.
I'm not asking you anything, am I?
No, I'm talking about for you guys. Like, if I found out some stuff, like, that you call the park a sept or something like
Hmm.
that.
Hmm. Well, yeah, ditto for your guys, actually. I would really hate to. I don't even know what you guys would do.
Well, and she points to Noah. He might have more stuff to hide. Unfortunately, me, I have nothing special, secret, cool. She kind of frowns.
Well, but it's like you said you had several, like, different organizations or anything. I would not.
Yeah, but the organizations have a lot of cool stuff.
I would not. Yeah, but I would not want one of those. I don't know what you call them, cults or
Sure, let's go with cults. That's exactly what they are.
fine.
Almost
I do
exactly
not
what they
want one
are.
of those.
He'll look at Noah
I
and
do
stick
not
out.
want those groupies and stuff like go after me or something. Ew.
Noah will drink his coffee.
Oh, come on, Noah. I'm kidding. Whatever.
Though I must say I'm well, I'll admit I'm a bit curious, but it's like I can understand that you guys can't say anything, so it's cool.
No, we can't all be Connor.
Connor? Why? What's Connor?
A blabbermouth.
He's one of your guys too?
And he's a blabbermouth.
I thought he was just a friend of Leah's.
I think you're assuming an awful lot there.
Well, I met him at Leah's once, but I don't know. He just left. But I met him like a couple of days ago, actually.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
But back to the whole thing on the subway.
sorry.
So
Yes.
she looks over at Noah. Was it spiritual, magical? I mean, what was the deal?
Magic.
Well, obviously magic, but was it from a source like you? Can you see spirits?
Nope.
Oh, that doesn't help, does it?
Nope.
I don't remember if Tommy has any connection to the spirit world or not.
Well, my guys have. I could ask. Hey, spirit stuff. I may have something that I can use for that, so I can take pictures. But I would need to ask a friend of mine.
Maybe if you ask Gerard if it's okay for you to help us out with this, we can maybe put away some of the whole clandestine stuff and kind of pool our resources.
Well, yeah, but I would not need to ask Gerard for help on this. I would need to ask someone else that teaches me.
Okay, that works.
He gave me a lens for my camera that I could photograph special stuff in the subways. I've done that actually. All the
I mean, I don't know. I've been in that subway many a times, but this is the first time that I felt something there. It might have something to do with just Halloween.
Maybe.
maybe.
I know I've encountered like death spirits on the subway before.
Death
Like-
spirits?
I know that
I
there
could-
are enemies of my kind, my people in the subway. That leaves its mark, but
Well, do they ferry dead souls to the afterlife?
I don't know. I don't think so.
'Cause
I don't
that's
know a
what I
lot about those
experienced.
guys, but I just know that they are. So do be careful in the subway, like especially in the tunnels, especially in the maintenance areas. There is.
Well, as a rule of thumb, I don't get off the subway trains
Okay,
when I'm on the subway.
good. That'll help.
Like, I'm pretty good at the stuff I can do, but I don't know how much of a use it has against stuff like that, especially here.
So I guess what we need to do is we need to organize groups from both our people and get the entire subway network of Manhattan sorted out. Damn it.
Let's not. That sounds like an awful lot of work.
It does.
Well, one thing we could do, Noah,
Sounds exciting, though.
I mean, you have a pretty broad range of awareness, right?
Yeah.
We could go from station to station and catalog where we sense things that are out of whack.
Can you see spirits?
I can't, but I can see like magical energies and I can see like thermal deviations and things like that, especially when they go way out of the norm.
The only things I can't see are spirits, life energies, and fate.
Yeah, I can't do anything with spirits, fate, locations.
Faith? Can you see faith?
It's really hard to explain, but kind of, yeah.
That's weird.
Again, subjective.
I'm sorry, I'm just so not used to this kind of stuff.
I think that's for the better.
I guess so. I would really like to see it.
Maybe when I learn how to be able
Would
to
you?
transfer.
Oh, it would be cool, I guess. I don't know.
Hey Maggie, want to
What?
try something?
I can give it a shot, but I don't. What?
I can do it. What do you want to see, Sina?
I don't know. What do you mean? Like, dude, before you, what are you gonna do?
Everything God forbid.
Hey, Noah.
No penetration.
All right. Wow. He's just like, whoa.
She was sarcastic there, but
Out of character, Max. I don't know the mechanism because I know you only have Arete 1.
You can transfer. You can show other people's sites with just mind one.
Oh, wow.
It's a
Then,
mind blowing spell.
okay. Then she'll look at Noah. Why don't you act as the catalyst for the brain, and I can give a branch of
That
life?
doesn't work. You need the same person needs to do it.
Well, I didn't want to steal your thunder, but I can show her life.
I can't see that. So actually, that might be quite interesting for her, if she wants to. If you want to see, Sina.
What am I gonna see?
Life
Life.
energy.
That's so weird. Sure. Wait, is there a price?
No, not really.
Not
If I did
really.
this to somebody who didn't know about all this stuff,
Hmm.
yeah, but it would be taken out on me, not you.
I don't want it to be taken down on you either, but
But you're
No.
aware of things, so it
yeah.
won't cause a problem.
Okay, cool.
And she'll look over at Noah. Noah, do you have a marker?
Uh, hold on. He's gonna take out a wallet. No. Take out another wallet. No.
What about your
Ah,
bag?
here we go.
And she'll draw on her fingers some really lovely glyphs on her hand with 2 successes. They're not great, but they're actually pretty stylish. Um, and they sort of all have this look of like a person's, like they're literally like a person's body in a field of energy, but very small, like very basic stick figures. And she'll rub her hands together, and then she'll turn to Cinnamon in the booth, and she'll all right, turn towards me,
Okay.
and she'll sort of coax Cinnamon in closer so she can like rest her forehead against Cinnamon's, and then she'll take her fingers and put them on Cinnamon's neck, and use her thumbs just underneath the jaw. And I will spend a point of willpower on this. This will be a mind 1, life 1 effect, so it'll be difficulty 5.
Difficulty 4 because it's +3. Remember?
Plus 3 and difficulty 3 because I did use a focus.
Yeah. So it's only diff 4.
And with 3 successes, Cinnamon will feel that surge of energy, that life-bearing feeling of dynamic resonance come through Maggie's fingertips and flow into her body. And everything kind of turns bright, almost like there's like a golden hue to everything. And then certain things that are like inanimate sort of just mute back to their normal color. But everything that is alive and has life to it, you can literally see like pulses of like golden light and energy moving through their veins. You can like literally hear heartbeats. You can literally sort of sense the sensations of warmth coming off of each person. Maggie glows with like a bright magenta hue that just feels wonderful when you touch it, just like life energy. Noah probably has a very bright vibrance to him, as well as you, brighter than most of the or than all the other people in the actual coffee shop itself.
Senna does not lose her shit.
Perfect.
Good.
Thank you. I'm very happy I did not botch this. She is looking around and her eyes open wide as she notices the colors and the auras. And she focuses on Maggie and just kind of touches her forehead and just let her finger slide down over her nose. It's like, wow, that is so cool.
Isn't it though?
What?
I said, isn't it? And she's like smirking.
This is awesome. Do you see like this all the time?
No.
Oh.
But if I want, like, let's say that I found you after you'd been like hit by a car, I could tell just by looking at you how much repair you needed fixed.
That is cool.
It is. Sometimes depressing though when you walk by someone who's not got a lot of life in them, if you get my meaning.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can imagine. But wow.
And she'll take one of her hands away and just grab Noah's wrist. So he can see it too.
Noah will look around. Nice. Oh, so these are the G points that still need to open up. Okay.
You know, you should really invest some time in learning about life, Noah.
I haven't. Okay, I've been more getting to know the basics. I'm just doing my
Hey,
thing.
I was thinking, and this has nothing to do with this actually, although it would be interesting to see this like this, but then on the other side. I can actually do that.
What?
Well, step sideways is what they call it. I don't know if you call it the same. I don't even know if you can do that. But I can, and it has something to do with spirits. And you guys said that maybe the subway station has something to do with spirits, right?
It does, but I can't step into the spirit world. I don't have that ability.
No, but I can.
Would you want to do that by yourself, though?
I can step back if it gets risky.
Yeah, what if something catches you off guard? You should have at least someone there watching your back.
Of course it doesn't, and I can get someone with me, I'm sure. If we want to set up an adventure party, then I'm sure we can arrange something like that.
As long as your people are cool with having our people's help, yeah, sure.
I can ask. Don't really know who to ask, but I can ask.
Well, it
Yeah.
was, judging from the way it went, it was something that could influence your mental capacities. I don't exactly. I know next. I know. I confess. I know nothing about the spirits. Whatever. I don't know if they can do that. So.
They can do a lot of things, what I've learned, but I don't even know if your spirits are the same as our spirits, you know? Actually, I don't even know if you can have different kind of spirits. Well, like, yeah. I'll ask. I can always ask if someone wants to help investigate. If you guys want that, that is. And if, I don't know, do you need to ask?
I don't specifically. I don't have anyone I answer to, so he might though. And she'll look over it.
As long as I send them a text like, "Yo, I may not come back," it's okay.
That's really morbid, but all right. I guess technically I'll have to answer to Tomi. You know, she.
Oh, poor you.
Look, she really likes having me around. If I were to check out, she'd get really angry at me.
All right. Hey, Kiss. I gotta go.
Alright.
I have something to do.
Okay. Bye.
Sorry.
It's cool.
Gotta chat. I have some classes I need to catch up. And Noah will pick up his coffee and take a sip from it. and then just
Maggie
walk
just
away.
literally slips her hand into her coat pocket and literally grasps a hold of her phone and wallet tightly.
Oh, Noah will roll his eyes. It's like, oh, don't worry, you.
She'll take like two fingers, point at her eyes, and then point back at him, watching you.
He'll do the exact same.
Then she'll stick out her tongue at him. Be careful, Noah. I'll see you around, okay?
You too. Bye.
See
See
ya.
ya.
Maggie will slip over to the other side of the table. So, just a question. So,
Hmm?
for my own reference, you're not like upset about the party thing, are you?
The party thing.
The ecstasy stuff.
Um, I don't know. To be honest, that entire thing ended badly, and
Okay, she kind of like frowns. Like I don't like getting people high and then stuff happening and they don't know about it. So I'll
it's
just
cool.
level with you. Like we were all pretty high on E, and you know
Yeah,
that feeling. Everything feels great.
yeah.
I kind of like blew on your stomach, like raspberry,
Mm,
and you kind of went
I know,
sploosh.
I know that.
So I just want to know, like,
But
if you were
it's
upset or anything like that.
not really. It's just, it's not the most. It's not a story I hear at parties too happily. You know, it's like I'm kind of awkward about it. I mean, it happens. There's not much I can do about it. I mean, I was high. I didn't know what I was doing. It's like, but yeah, I was more frustrated afterwards about the fact that I was stupid enough to go take a shower.
Actually, sometimes when you start rolling like that, it's not a bad idea. Um, E gets your body temperature really, really high, and you can actually like die from it. So
Yeah, I know. I just didn't think of that when I took the shower. I was like, I can take it.
but yeah, I just wanted to make sure like you weren't kind of pissed because like I didn't see you
Um,
at all after that, and I know you have my number.
I'm not pissed. It's just I've been busy. After that, I believe I had to go back to Europe, and after that, things just it's been busy. You know. Actually, there are more friends that I've not spoken to in a long time. It
Out of
sucks.
character, Callie.
Eh, eh, eh. So yeah, no, it's cool. We're cool. Don't worry about it. It happened. We were both high. It's sure, wow. You know.
She'll smirk and just pat Cinna on the hand. Good to know.
Mm,
My friends are like my most valuable commodity uh, in a turn of phrase. I After my boyfriend died, I kind of lost touch with a lot of my friends that were all part of that group. So
mm.
meeting new people and kind of getting close to them like this actually means a lot to me. So
Get it. I'm sorry to hear that.
it was a couple years ago. So I've worked through it, and you know things happen. Maybe for a reason. Like that particular instance is what brought me into this world. So
Mm. Well, you never know. It might be, yeah. But don't worry about it. It's fine, and I'm not gonna let something like that. Um, if you did it, while being completely sober, if you were taking advantage of me like that, I would have not been very happy. But this is like,
Well,
fuck it happened,
we
move on.
didn't end up in bed together, so
No,
that not like that.
no, but still, it's like I would have liked it less if you were sober. I'm not very happy about it, but it happened, and we both weren't fully capable of thinking straight. Don't worry about it. Seriously. You think that's the most embarrassing thing that ever happened to me? Then, wow. And no, don't go asking.
I'll tell you what. Every time that you share an embarrassing story about your life with me, I will share one back with you.
Actually, the most embarrassing story is, for me, very embarrassing, but probably not for the rest of the world.
You know how I said things are subjective? What
Mm,
embarrasses me may not necessarily embarrass you, and vice
mm.
versa.
Most embarrassing thing is that I still, up to today, whenever I meet up with my parents, there's one evening that I have to dress up exactly the way they want. And trust me, from the way they dress me up, you would think that I was 8. And I have to perform for them and their friends. Classical music.
All right.
As I said, it doesn't sound very embarrassing, but it's
No,
like,
no, no. That like social anxiety about like performances and stuff is a real thing, like a
I
really
am
real
not
thing.
I'm not afraid to perform. But doing that with ribbons in my hair and curls in a dress,
Callie or Maggie just looks and smirks, and she's like, "You would look adorable in that stuff."
you can't say that with a straight face.
No, literally, and she kind of like touches and like lifts up the side of Senna's hair a
Don't
bit. She's like, "Look, seriously, like you've got like the hair and the looks for it. Like I understand it totally mortifies you apparently, but yeah, you wouldn't look bad.
That's what they say.
But if it's
It's
something
not.
you're not particularly fond of doing, I totally
Look,
get
it's
that.
the entire evening. It's the pinching in the cheeks and oh, you're growing so fast. And oh, do you have a boyfriend? Maybe you should get one. Isn't it your age that you start to think about marriage? You can't have kids forever, you know. Clock is ticking, tick tock.
I don't know.
That,
Would you really want kids in this day and age?
Gods no. At least I don't know. Maybe at some point, but not now. I'm way too young for that. I want to live. And well, they don't know that I have boyfriends. And well, last time I met them, I didn't. And then there comes the show of, oh, did you see this picture of your nephew and stuff like that. God, sometimes.
My mom and dad were really excited when they heard I was going to have a baby years and years ago.
Hmm.
Didn't have the heart to tell them that Keith and I decided not to, and they kind of figured it out on their own, and they never really brought it up. But they were hella excited. I think my dad wants to be a grandpa so bad.
Actually, my dad is not the worst. It's oh, my mom. She and her friends. Oh,
Well, you know.
they move in those kind of circles. That is the most important thing. Who you marry and where you end up and how big your car is and how big your house is and it's not. It's yeah. Anyway, and one every time I visit there, they organize this party, evening cocktails and everything. And sure, the dinner is nice, and luckily the cocktails are. If they don't see me drinking, I can just. Usually, I manage to get like 5 or 6 in before they actually notice. It's more it's the entire thing and what it stands for that it really sets me off. I love my parents. Don't get me wrong. That's why I'm doing it. But anyway, that's my story.
Mine, I suppose I was like 17, and I got really, really hammered drunk, and against my better judgment, I hung out with this group of, you might as well call them hippies. They were hippies. But I woke up and there were about 5 people laying around me, half on top of me, of all genders, and they weren't exactly people I normally would be interested in. So it was a pretty bad walk of shame.
Yeah, you think? It's your story. I've done that. It's,
I guess
I've
second most
always
might be the fact that, I slept with Tommy and her boyfriend and Logan all at the same time.
mm, well, it's like there is always a point. Any of these stories, there is always this point where you usually make a decision. I drink this drink. I take this pill. We all know, we grow up in a world where we know the effect that drugs and alcohol and everything have on our system. Now, if someone slips you actually something, that sucks. And then, yeah. But when you decide to do this, then, and you wake up to this and you know that no one, like, if you don't remember, that sucks, but if you
If
know
you
that
have
you,
no one to blame but yourself because you were
then there is no
sober enough
blame.
and they couldn't take advantage.
Yeah, well, I guess I would say there's not really much to blame, and it's an experience, and it forms you, and either you like the experience or not. But I wouldn't feel ashamed of something you did. I mean, same thing with the raspberry thing. Damn it, I don't like to bring it up, but on the other hand, is it bother me that much? Nah, it happened. We were both high. We both chose to take those drugs. This is part of what happens when you take a pill. You know? Will it be my most cherished and fondest memory ever? No, hell no. I mean, if you bring this up to certain people, I will definitely.
Hey, I'll say for just argument's sake, like I was really flattered that I got you to that point. Like, damn.
Hmm, I'm not that easy usually.
I know. I was like, you must have actually kind of liked me to a point.
Oh, you're not bad looking.
Oh, you're pretty amazing yourself, I have to say.
I know.
But we're kind of going in our own directions when it comes to who we end up being with.
Well, is that a bad thing? I mean, seriously, I am so lucky. You have no idea. You really have no idea.
Yeah, the person I'm seeing right now who isn't Logan, because Logan and I are just kind of, we have a mutually beneficial arrangement.
As long as you don't break his heart.
He understands that it's just kind of a, he lives there, he needed a bed to sleep in, and we're both adults, so why not?
Hey,
But this other girl, she's and Maggie Ashley starts to blush. She's amazing.
that bad, huh?
She's an artist,
Well,
and
what
she's
what does she do?
she's a curator at a, or not a curator, but a staff member at a small art gallery.
Cool.
And she actually has some really amazing works of art. She's very inspired. She's beautiful. And Maggie kind of sits back and her head kind of goes back, and that look of when someone's fawning over someone just by thinking about them is just so plain as day. She's got like these beautiful red, like long red hair, and she wears these just adorable dresses all the time, and she likes me.
Oh boy, you got it bad.
Maggie kind of looks up, blinking. Is it really that bad?
Sweetie, if I would have left to go to the toilet and I would be back in half an hour, you would probably still be hanging here. Oh, she's so beautiful. Yes, it's that bad.
She kind of, wow. I was gonna say,
It's not
I
bad.
just,
Hey, if you ever want to take her out for something, I still have my exhibition is still in Battery Park. Come by. You know,
yeah, I would
it's.
love to introduce her to my friends. I'm not so sure about Tommy yet, but
I don't know this Tommy that you're talking about, but he sounds interesting enough.
she's a lot to handle all at once.
People have said the same about me, you know.
Tommy is impulsive like I am, but she has no shame whatsoever. Like, I don't have a whole lot of it. I'm perfectly willing to make an ass out of myself or others. Tommy just doesn't care. Like, she's far more liberated and a free spirit than I think I could ever hope to be.
Hmm?
I think that's one of the reason that I like her so much is that she's never fake.
We always have that role model, that thing that we would like to be, although we know we'd never be that way.
I wouldn't necessarily call her a role model. In fact, no,
Role
no.
models don't always have to be the right role models, you know. Like, I have no idea who you're talking about, so it should not be me who judges this. But you look up to her. That's not bad. Even if you're like, okay, I will never be able to be like that, and that's okay. You can still look up to someone. You can take certain aspects from people and live to strive to be more like those aspects. You don't actually have to try and a role model is not one person that you totally have to become. It can be more than one person. I'm sounding weird, you know? Never mind.
She'll just smile.
What?
That's it.
What?
I get. I sometimes get the feeling that you're far more thoughtful than you let on.
Oh God, no, please.
No, you do have some depth to you.
Nah, don't tell anyone. I ruin my reputation.
Well, how does it work for you in your world? Like I have to ask. Like you're definitely into Gerard. I can tell that much. But like, did he just like come up and say you belong to me? Because I kind of was told a little bit about that. That apparently you can walk around in the park, and if you are attractive and they want you, they can just take you and say this belongs to me now.
They can, apparently. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that, and I told Gerard so. And well, at first I told him that I would not want that ever, because it's more than just saying that I would belong to anyone. It's they would also be responsible for your actions. I don't want that either. I am my own actions. If I mess up, then I want to bear the burden of that. I don't want anyone else to do that for me. It sucks. Big time. So I told him that I didn't want that. And he accepted that. But it's basically what it boils down to. And in the end, I told him that it was okay. That if he wanted to make that announcement, that would be okay for me. That I would like that. Because I don't want. It's not like, even if someone else would have done it, I would have say fuck you. I'm not gonna listen to you. I'm not gonna do what you ask me. I'm not gonna. Well, whatever the fuck they would do, I don't know. I don't even know. Trust me, I don't. I didn't know about all this stuff for that long. Like only a half a year, maybe. Not even, I believe. I think I heard somewhere around June, July, maybe. So I don't really know that much, but I came to the conclusion that I didn't mind if it was him. So yeah, he made that claim.
You look happy that you did.
Yeah, I am. I am. I would hate for anything to happen to him. Ever.
Are there lives that dangerous?
Did you read a while ago in the summer, end of the summer? Did you read about the explosion
The
at
art heist?
National History Museum?
The art heist.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That was his office.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was really bad. Really bad.
You almost lost him?
Hmm. Almost. It was an attack. Not directly at him, because they would have succeeded. I'm sure. But I still think that they did know which window to throw in whatever the fuck they did. They did know which window to where his office was, I guess, and how to get him out of the picture as soon as possible. We I was in the park at that time, and we ran immediately that way, and there were gunshots, and all I could think of was that I needed to go there. And I remember running towards that office. I don't even know what the rest was doing, probably fighting as well. And it was really bad. There was there were several people in that office that you know didn't make it, and I couldn't see him at first. He did survive, but barely. And at some point, there were even the people who attacked us. They came up to the office, and as I said, I know they didn't target us because they could have shot both of us there and then.
Maggie takes her hand, just holds on to it. I'm glad you didn't lose him, because it's literally the worst feeling in the world.
The only thing I could think of at that point was how can I catch as many bullets as possible to make sure that none of them go to him. That's literally the only thought. That's so weird.
That's called love.
I've never, ever have experienced that, and it changed so much for me. I never felt that way, ever, and it disturbed me a great deal because, but I've accepted it, and I'm really happy for it.
She'll smile.
Hear me being all mushy and stuff. Hey, you want another coffee?
Yeah, I'd love one.
My treat.
She'll sit there. Sure.
Any preference?
Oh, um, hot chocolate. Hot chocolate would be awesome.
Fine. Whipped cream?
As high as they can pile it.
Give me a moment. I'll be right back. And, well, after a few minutes, she'll return with 2 big cups of hot cocoa, and there's cream on top, and there's even caramels, like these little tiny caramels that are put on top of the chocolates. There you go.
She looks at it, and her eyes just kind of go wide as she smiles, and she'll dip her head down and sort of like lick the top of it off. And when she comes up, there's like a little bit of cream on the tip of her nose.
So then we'll just, lift her finger and get it off. And like, here, you forgot something. Are we
She'll
saving
just
it?
she'll take Cinna's finger and just lick it off of it,
Oh, come on.
and she'll stick her tongue out. I told you, very very limited impulse control.
Fine, whatever. Anyway,
Maggie just kind of like sits there, and she seems to be like having a moment, and she's just smiling.
so now we'll
You could roll a P and E if you wanted.
do that. That's 4 successes right there.
Maggie's just really really happy. Is what you get off of that. Is that you can tell by the way that she's sitting and the way she's smiling, and the interaction that this is the sort of stuff in life that she cherishes, and that she is connecting with someone. You can tell that this is having like a profound impact on her in a very good way.
Hmm. Senna smiles as she kind of lets Maggie have her moment.
You know, when I woke up after Keith's death, I was in like a coma for like 6 months.
Damn.
And I didn't think I was ever going to get out of that. I thought I was just going to be miserable, and honestly, I thought that it would only be a couple of weeks before I'd finally. She'll frown, and
But she
I tried
didn't.
a couple of times. I tried to OD. And it wasn't until almost a year and a half later that I started really getting out there and talking to people again. And I don't know. Now it just seems like the people that I surround myself with that I enjoy being around and that connect with me, like willingly put themselves out there to get closer to me.
You're not a bad person.
Well, it's not that. It's just it.
Well,
Before I
but
used to kind of.
that's the one reason why people won't connect to you if you're a bad person.
She smiles. It just means a lot to me. And I don't know. I haven't been this happy with life since he died. And between Tommy and Brandy, Logan, Noah, a lot of people, you, I've never felt more alive, more content with things in my life.
That's good. I'm usually not one who gets all, you know, touchy feely and stuff. Well, actually, I do get a lot of touchy feely. Don't damn it. But I don't usually go that deep. I don't. As I said, it's not my style. You're cramping my style, man.
Maggie just kind
But
of snickers a bit.
it sucks. As I said, I would not know if I would be able to pull through if something would happen to him. And I can. It's people say you can't imagine how it feels like unless it happens to you. You know, something so bad. I don't necessarily agree with that. That moment, as I said, that at that point, I think I can really understand how you'd felt, and I don't know. Maybe I don't. Maybe I'm just being stupid. And but you got out. You there is more for you, and I'm sure that he would have wanted that for you. You know, I don't know the guy, and I'm sorry I never did. Because if you love him so much, it must have been an awesome dude.
She pauses and then looks at Senna. He was killed because he wanted to protect me. Cop got his hands all over me while doing a stop and frisk.
Hmm.
And I have issues with that. I don't like people touching me that aren't people I'm okay with.
Well,
Yeah. And he was getting grabby. And Keith saw that I was getting comfortable. He could see that I was starting to cry. And he slugged that cop right in the face. And of course, when you do that,
hmm
that's an instant felony.
yeah, I've heard the stories.
So he took my hand and we ran. We hid in a library in Columbia, and we tried to figure out what we were going to do. Like, maybe if we went to the police station, we explained what happened. We could maybe fix it, or maybe make a deal or something. I don't know. Uh, it's it was I had never felt so loved before. Someone would be willing to do something like that for me. But that cop tracked us down, and he just shot Keith in right in the head.
Damn.
And I held him. I cried and I cried and I cried. And when I looked up, the cop had his gun to my head. He was going to kill me. For no other reason than because he got shown up and made to look bad. And I started screaming, and the last thing I remember was that surge of heat. I didn't wake up for 6 months after that. And apparently, the library was set on fire. That was me that did it. The cop, he didn't remember anything that happened. He was burnt and knocked out, but he survived.
Hmm.
The news reports say that he saved me because Keith took me hostage, and then he set the library on fire and wouldn't be taken alive, and he was willing to kill me and that cop and himself. And that cop was touted as being a hero, saving me from the clutches of a drug dealer, drug kingpin.
Wow.
Yeah.
They, news and you see, this is why I'm a free journalist. Why I don't work for anyone regularly. There's so much corruption in the press. Mm-mm. I tell you a story. That's the story they publish. Fuck's sakes.
I run my own watchdog type blog. Recently, I haven't posted much. That detective was finally caught, in a manner of speaking, doing things. And Maggie holds up. And if you want, you can roll a P&E on that because she was about to say something and then immediately stopped. And I will roll my manipulation subterfuge.
Wait, I only have one success. Oh wait, I have supporter merit. Sorry, I have 4 successes.
All right, I have 5 dice. Let's see if I botch this thing. I have only 2. She holds up, and the reason she holds up is very specific to you. Beyond that, I can't say why. With only 2 successes out of what you've got. She pauses and then reevaluates. He was found to be corrupt, and he's going to jail for a very, very long time. He'll never get out, and his career as a cop is over.
Hmm.
He'll never answer for what he did to Keith or me, but he won't do it to anybody else. And I'm
Well,
lucky, in effect, because she kind of grits her teeth a bit. I would have killed him. I really would have.
You know, I would need to, as a friend, say to you that killing is bad and be lucky that you didn't do it. And I am saying that. I'm saying that it's good that you didn't kill him. However, fuck that shit. I would rip someone from his ass all up to his, well, I don't know how much higher than the head you can get, but from back to front. I I hate injustice. I can't stand it. Well, what's done is done, and it's good that he has no career left.
I still feel like it's not enough, though. There's so many more of them out there like him.
Yep.
She'll pause. Senna,
Hmm.
it could be dangerous. I mean, in a very mundane sense of the word. Our two worlds have bigger problems out there than what goes on in the normal spheres, but,
Do we?
well,
Really?
I'm pretty sure whatever it is that your people fight against is pretty severe, and I've seen some things when it comes to my people.
I think a corrupt cop is just as dangerous as what we're fighting, because everything that corrupt cop can ruin your world just as much as the biggest bad guy that we're fighting.
Isn't that the truth? I'm worried about the new mayoral race that blonde candidate, I forget her name off the top of my head, is going to win.
Weren't there two females?
Not Miss Patel. I've interviewed her. She's
Hmm.
actually fairly committed to fixing some things.
I met her too. Patel.
Pretty.
Pretty, yeah, that. Met her too. I'm sorry, my vote, for as far as I have a vote, because I'm not, I just live here, I'm not a United States citizen, so if I had a vote, it would probably go to Kachina.
I don't want to.
Yeah,
I wanted to get an interview with him, but stuff got in the way, and I never really got a chance to call his office.
he's busy.
Do you know him?
Yeah.
Huh.
Did you not see did you see the pictures that he got on his website?
Yeah. Oh. Okay.
Hi. Do you know where those pictures were taken?
Nope.
Central Park.
Takes her a second before she's like, "Oh, he's.
Yes.
Oh, is he like you, or is he? Er.
I don't even know if I was allowed to say that, so I'm sorry. I'm not going to give you more details. But I know he's fighting for a good cause, I know he's not a bad guy at all. And I don't know none of the others.
Maybe I can come by the park later and stay in the okay areas, and you can introduce him to me."
Sure, if I find him. It's been a while since I talked to him. He's been busy, and I've been out of the park for quite a while, actually, like 2 months or so. We
Wow.
had stuff. Yeah, we had stuff.
Fair enough. But yeah, that other lady, I'm scared to death she's gonna win, and I get the feeling that she is a politician. And if she's a politician, that means that she's for sale to the highest bidder. And
Well, we could see if we could try and find some dirt on her. There's some people that I
I'm not
know.
just talking about her. I'm talking about in general. I want to clean this city up. I want the police to be like they were when I was little, you know? And that I looked up to them and I smiled when I saw them because they were good guys.
And honestly, you think, like, I'm naive, but you think that that's going to change with just a mayor?
No, it's not. And that's why, with your connections and mine, we could actually maybe really do some work.
Well, if we really want to do something, and we gotta be fucking fast, because the elections are soon, we need to know who is, like, you don't want her. We need to know who's second. If she's first, you need to know what place she's in. Actually, I don't think I can say this because I don't have any dots in politics. No. I got dots in academics, I can say this. Like, you need to know what position she's in. Like, if she's third or fourth, there is a very slim chance that she's gonna be there.
I think Miss
If
Patel
she's,
is lowest in the polls right now, but
mm,
I kind of figured that would happen. She's not. She's Hindu, so didn't think
yeah,
that the city was quite ready for that, and that
and a female. Don't forget that.
and
Like,
a
seriously.
female. Yeah.
But then again, Katina is native, so
Native American, yeah. But Maggie will pull out her phone and pull up, just the basic news on the elections, and that will be the time that it's taking her phone to load up. Is the amount of time I'm scrolling down
to
the Living
actually find
World
it.
main page to see the basic stuff that's out there. Keep going.
Suna kind of opens her laptop that was still on the table, and before she saves the picture that she was working on and everything, you can see that it is in fact a picture of a subway station. And and she also starts to Google.
She looks and like, well, I think Patel's probably out of it with the scandal going on there. That sucks.
She
Um,
Suna leans in and checks. It's like, whoa, that guy looks much like. Huh,
like who?
like, look at him. She points at the picture of Bentley, I believe, was the one that the scandal was about, right?
Hmm.
Like, look at him. That's like. Oh, I almost swore he was a brother of Gerard.
Wow,
Don't you see it?
a little bit. But yeah, she looks like. The way I'm looking at this, Shore seems to be front runner with Flick right behind, and it looks like your boy Kachina's not doing well, and well, Patel's just. I think he's out of it, or she's out of it.
Okay. So basically, what we can do then, best of all, is not try to support either of them. I hate to say this because I really want to give my support to Katrina, but to support the one that we actually think will be fairest to the city and see if we can get some in. Like, you have a blog, I have a blog, I sell my stories to other newspapers. We can see if we can get like an interview with, well, like, Flick was the one you didn't like, right?
I don't.
Or don't
I
you
don't
like either of them?
trust her. She's already she's already a politician,
Yeah.
and just it gives me a bad feeling. And when I tried to get an interview with them, they wanted all the questions I was going to give ahead of time, and that's just means that's their way of saying, okay, yes, you can ask that. No, you can't ask that. Whereas Miss Patel was very upfront, and she let me ask any question. I I'll look into Flick if you want to look into Shore.
Sure, I'll look into it.
And if we can figure out who's honestly the better choice, we can try and do what we can to bring them into the public eye if they've got bad stuff going on.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like
Well,
to be able to say we could try and destroy both of them in a sense and bring up Kachina's numbers, but I don't think that's going to happen.
I
Not
would like that,
realistically,
but
anyway.
like, how much time do we still have?
See, this was put out on the 18th. A couple of days, maybe.
Exactly. If we really want to do this fast, we have to probably choose between the two highest up.
I'll get
If
in
you,
contact with my allies and see what I can get on them.
yeah, I'll get in contact with my guys as well, but we need to be hell of a fast because this
Then,
you're probably too late.
not necessarily, but you should come back to my place tonight at some point. Like, go do what you got to do, and we can
Mm,
hit this all night.
cool. Yeah, sure, we will.
All right. Then she'll grab her bag and stand up. I'm gonna go finish up a few last errands and take care of this. And she'll write down her address and hand it over to Cinna.
I'll let Gerard know that I probably won't be sleeping at home.
All right. And Maggie smiles and leans down and gives Cinnamon a hug before turning and walking out.
See you later.
Bye.
Cinna will open her laptop again and starts Googling, and then after a bit, she'll leave as well.
And I think there we can end this scene, which was much longer than any of us ever had anticipated.
Did you really expect that? Like, you did not expect like a short scene out of the three of us, right?
I
Dude,
didn't expect a short scene, and I half expected a scene where both of us ended up dead, just
we
given
did
our track
not
record.
die. We did not fight, and we did not have sex.
Die. Yeah. All right. Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. And hopefully, we'll see if these two can last minute ruin some people's lives.